Germany confirming just minutes ago it will send advanced main battle tanks to Ukraine. And it's giving the okay for other Ukrainian allies like Canada to do that too. Let's bring in Abby Kugathasan with the story. As I said, just breaking, Abby, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz will be speaking next hour to the German Parliament. What is the latest and what can we report this hour?
Heather, you know, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba just earlier this month telling a German reporter in an interview that first Germany says no, and then it hesitates, and then it finally says yes. And that's what's happened today. Germany has now said yes to Leopard 2 tank deliveries, yes to allies who wish to re-export these German-built weapons to Kyiv, and yes to sending 14 from its own stockpile. An unprecedented announcement from a country that was reluctant to send any weapons at all to Ukraine at the start of this invasion last year. But the pressure has been immense, especially in recent days. Some analysts say Scholz waited and waited, but got exactly what he wanted, that Germany doesn't take this drastic step of sending offensive weapons alone. It appears he's managed to secure Washington's pledge to send M1 Abrams tanks as well. But other analysts like Marina Myron say Scholz had to give the green light with or without the Americans because the chancellor simply had no other option.
Scholz also didn't want to take the blame because right now, you know, all the scenarios revolve around some theory of victory for Ukraine. But what if it doesn't happen? What if the conflict freezes? I think Scholz didn't want to go down in history as somebody who sold democracy, who prevented democracy from being saved.
Now, the chancellor feared escalating the conflict. We've heard that from NATO officials in the last 11 months as well. And this morning, the Kremlin, in the last hour, spokesperson Dmitry Peskov expressing alarm over these decisions. Scholz has been concerned, as I just said, about escalating the conflict as Moscow has dangled the threat of a nuclear potential conflict. And we will hear from the German chancellor in the next hour. He's set to address the German parliament and certainly will be talking about this decision, Heather.
We will, and thank you very much, Abby, with the breaking news from London. So that German announcement, as Abby was saying, expected to be followed by the United States, making the same momentous announcement as early as today, promising its own advanced battle tanks to Ukraine. The U.S. is expected today to announce it will send M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine. Now, that is considered one of the most advanced battlefield weapons in the world. Washington is expected to pledge 30 of the Abrams tanks, but U.S. officials caution they won't reach Ukraine in time for an expected spring offensive.